I smell something. And you know what it smells like? Lies. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So I got two things I want to show you here based on The Woman King. Things that Hollywood is not going to want you to see. You see, they love to say that this Woman King movie is so stunning and brave. It's about sisterhood and honor and fighting slavery. Okay, it's all well and good. I mean, nobody should be for slavery. I mean, slavery is bad, right? Well, we have the tomato meter here saying 100%, right? Wrong! You see, all critics, 8.0 out of 10 rating. That means that should be down to 80%. Top critics, 7.7 out of 10. That should be down to 77%. So there's your first lie. Now, everybody says this is based on the true story of the Dahomey warriors, how they were against slavery and its evilness. Well, shall we look at a little bit of real history, folks? Historical accuracy from History versus Hollywood. Now I'm going to bring it to the more important part here. You're about to hear some triggering things for those of you who might be SJWs. So if you are easily triggered about facts that don't care about your feelings, click off now. Also, be sure to leave a like on your way out because I am awesome. Anyway, while conducting the Woman King fact check, we learned that Viola Davis's character was significantly fictionalized. Ouch. When compared to the real-life female generals of Dahomey. For example, General Sedong Hongbae, try saying that 5 times fast, depicted in the image below, commanded the Agoji during at least part of the reign of King Gizo, or Gezo, who knows, portrayed by John Boyega in the film. In 1851, Sedong Hongbae led an army of 6,000 Dahomey female warriors against the Egba fortress of Abeokuta in order to what's this say? In order to obtain slaves, folks. For the Dahomey slave trade. This is the real history that Hollywood doesn't want you to know, folks. The battle took its toll on the Agoji. Their swords, spears, and bows were largely ineffective against Egba's European cannons. Only about 1,200 Agoji slavers, instead of warriors, survived the lengthy battle. Her actions contradict the anti-slavery stance of Naniska in the movie. And that movie is actually said to be based on a true story. Somebody lied. Did the Kingdom of Dahomey participate in slavery and slave trading? In answering the question, how accurate is the Woman King, we learned that in real life, not on Twitter or social media, but real life, the Dahomey are much more the villains than the heroes. The Kingdom of Dahomey was a bloodthirsty society bent on conquest. It was customary for the Dahomey to return home with the rotting heads and genitals of those they killed in battle. Ouch. They conquered neighboring African states and took their citizens as slaves, selling many in the Atlantic trade, or slave trade, in exchange for items like rifles, tobacco, and alcohol. Many of these slaves they sold ended up in, oh, what's this? America. You know how everybody loves to blame white people for slavery, right? Well, yeah. Well, I'm guessing this is that history that a lot of people in BLM actually want to change. They also kept slaves for themselves to work on royal plantations. The business of slavery is what brought Dahomey most of its wealth. For them, it was very much came down to either enslave others or become enslaved yourself. The Agoji, women warriors, fought in slave raids, along with the male fighters. There are accounts of Dahomey warriors conducting slave raids on villages where they cut the heads off the elderly and ripped the bottom jaws off others. During the raids, they'd burn the villages to the ground. Really stunning and brave, isn't it? Those who they let live, including the children, were taken captive and sold as slaves. The movie strategically downplays this part of Dahomey's history so as to not complicate the story with the truth. Each year in Dahomey, roughly 500 slaves and criminals were mass executed in large-scale human sacrifices during the religious ceremonies of the festival known as the Annual Customs of Dahomey. Most were sacrificed by way of decapitation, a method of killing widely used by the Dahomeyan kings. The 1727 Annual Customs of Dahomey ceremony reportedly saw as many as 4,000 people sacrificed. But this movie is based on historical accuracy, right, folks? No, it is not. They want to sell this, oh, women are so stunning and brave, that they actually picked one of the most violent and slave-driven societies in order to push that narrative. The Dahomey didn't fight against slavery. They participated in it. They were responsible for selling slaves to the Americas, specifically North America, where a lot of people in BLM complain about the slavery that was brought here. Well, it seems that BLM has no choice but to blame the Africans for the slaves that were sold to the Americans. Apparently, folks, this is not something that they are going to want you to know. This is what's known as real history, real life. So when you go to the theaters to watch this stunning and brave film, remember what you have learned in this movie or in this video. You learned that the Dahomey were actually slavers, not fighters of slavery. They were not anti-slavery, they were for slavery. They were very brutal. They sold children into slaves for a good old tobacco, good old alcohol, and some rifles. Yeah, that's what the Woman King movie is going to hide from you. The truth. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about the truth coming out? Do you think that this should have been quite important to be known before this movie came out? Or do you think that I'm just a racist white guy trying to expose evil and being racist by doing it? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. It's been Orange Chat Reviews. Stay humble and always seek the truth.